Hello, everybody. Sorry, let me pull you down. It's actually Friday, so today I wanted to get on for a couple moments and discuss some information with you. So, yesterday we concluded our first session in our first class for the Purpose Driven Women's Masterclass. This was a class that I offered free of charge to women that were interested in learning more about their purpose. So, I sent out blogs, I sent out articles, as well as free information for the women that were interested in embarking on the journey of pursuing their purpose. So we just completed our first class actually yesterday. We took 2 weeks of our life and dedicated it to reading the information that I myself sent out in order to ask ourselves the questions of life. Why was I sent here? What was the reason why I was born? What was I created to do? And it was my pleasure to actually work with these women. 33 women actually enlisted, and it was such of a pleasure to see the responses as well as the women that got on the lines on Sundays from 7 to 7:30 and actually asked questions because they had a desire to know their purpose. So actually we concluded yesterday. What I'm actually going to do is I'm still taking email and information for the women that are interested in still receiving articles, blogs, or anything inspirational so that they can continue to pursue a life of purpose and understand that they are purpose-driven women. Sorry, I wanted to turn down my music. So today is Friday, and I'm so excited because the weekend is approaching very quickly. I love Fridays. It just brings down all of the chaos during the week that we experience, and it gives us a day just to refresh ourselves on the weekend. But before the weekend actually comes in, there was a subject that I actually was thinking about. I've been recently doing a lot of vlogs and videos in regards to purpose. All the vlogs that I do pertain to women and purpose. I did one in regards to pampering. Is there a purpose of pampering? The purpose of the pause, the purpose of walking in your truth. And I think yesterday I did one. I'll link it in the description box below. I can't actually remember it at this moment. But all of them actually deal with purpose. So today I wanted to get on and talk to you about the purpose of maturity. This is a very sensitive subject that a lot of us actually want to talk about as women because if we are lacking in certain areas where we have not been taught, given appropriate information in regards to these areas, or have issues and have not matured, it can be very difficult to talk about this. And I'm going to tell you how I know because as a child, I didn't receive all the information that I needed in order to be a mature adult. And I had to do things the hard way and learn as I went. So it is my mission to create these vlogs and videos to give the information to you so that you can understand what does a purpose-driven woman look like that is actually walking in maturity. So that is the purpose for today's video. So we're going to get started. I actually took some notes on the material this morning, so I want to make sure that I'm going to give everything out to you. So excuse me if I have to look down. I just want to make sure that I'm giving you everything that I thought about this morning. So here we go. When we think about the word maturity, what actually comes to your mind? When I looked up the word maturity, it actually gave the definition to be fully developed. And in parentheses and brackets, it actually put physically, which kind of made me laugh for the simple fact that we understand that maturity does not actually come from being physically developed because it is inevitable. All of us are going to grow older numerically, and all of our bodies are going to change, some for the best. However, we understand that that has nothing to do with the type of maturity that I'm actually talking about as a woman. When I think about the words maturity, I'm thinking about mental stability and emotional stability, the capacity that you hold within your mind in order to navigate throughout life, execute on all the tasks that you are given and the goals, and making sure that you are living to your optimum performance in life. This is the type of maturity that I'm talking about. And we understand that numerology, as far as numbers, has nothing to do with that because you can actually grow older in age in numbers, but actually be immature, as we call it, childish, in other areas of your life. So you guys remember when you were about 8 or 9 and you were children and you saw your mom or your dad or your grandma or whoever driving a car. And for some reason, that steering wheel just so excited you. You wanted to get up there and you wanted to actually drive the car. But you weren't old enough, nor were you tall enough to actually reach down to the pedals to actually maneuver the car and the steering wheel as far as the gear and the gauge. But you had a desire. You had a desire to actually want to drive the car. And how many of us right now have desires to be a business owner? How many of us have a desire to be married? How many of us have a desire to have children? How many of us have a desire to do different things in our life that we feel are going to bring bring us fulfillment, but we are actually not mature enough to handle. It actually takes maturity to be honest with yourself and tell yourself, hey, those things and desires that I want, but maybe right now I'm just not mature enough for them. And there are some additional things that I need to do in order to be able to grow in my mental and emotional capacity to handle these responsibilities. Ladies, that is just like a car. We want to drive it, but some of us might not be mature enough to handle it. And that's not a problem because that means that there's just more room to grow. As a purpose driven woman, that is your main objective, to learn information, to get resources and material that are going to aid you in your development as a woman. So, I gave you the example of the car. So, as a purpose driven woman, you may question, what does it look like for a woman to be purpose driven as well as mature? Well, we understand a purpose driven woman take care of their bills, they take care of their children, they go to work, they get their job done, they are effective throughout the day, they make goals, tasks, and objectives and try and execute them at their optimum performance. Mature women also understand, okay, today, right now, I might not need to talk on the phone. Today, right now, I need to take some time alone to myself. Mature women are able to look out and to see the different areas that are not functioning properly, maybe put their hand in it and bring it up to optimum speed and performance. Mature women have a mental capacity that is sharp. They don't actually operate out of their emotions all the time, even though they may be emotional about something. I feel like emotions are just an indication that something is wrong or something out of whack, and then you take the time down to sit down and pause and actually analyze what is it that is going on. And I actually gave you information in my last video called The Purpose of Pampering. Ladies, if you are a purpose driven woman, there is a purpose in maturity. There are so many desires of our heart that we as women want. But the truth of the matter is that we just might not be mature enough to actually receive those things. If you are a woman struggling in certain areas, there's no reason to feel downcast or discouraged by it. It might just be a time for you to prep yourself. Put yourself in a mode of preparation to receive those things. In my personal opinion, when it comes to maturity, it is simply a level of accountability and responsibility that you as a woman have to take on in order to get your tasks and objectives done and fulfilled. Nobody else is going to do it. A mature woman says, okay, I don't feel like it today. I don't feel like being bothered. I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like working out. But a mature woman says, okay, working out is the best thing for me. Okay, today I do have to go to work because I have to pay my bills. I don't feel like working on this stuff in order to produce my company or be a CEO, but I have to, because this is why I actually created the company. See, as a CEO, there are more responsibilities because you are at the head. You're the one with the ideas and the concepts. So there is more work. How many of us want a business, but we might not actually be ready to be accountable to actually handle the responsibility of being in that leadership role? I feel like when you are mature, you make the decisions as well as tell yourself, hey, I want that, but it might not be for me. I like that car, but that payment might be too high. I like that man, but what he wants right now may be, it might require more of me that I'm not actually willing to give, because I'm going to tell you something. Maturity will challenge you in different areas where you have to go up and come up another level and another dimension in your life. It is going to challenge you. So you have to be mature enough to understand, okay, maybe right now that relationship that I used to have in that last season benefited me then. It doesn't benefit me now. Maybe that job that I'm at, it challenged me then, but now I need to find something that challenges me now. I want to have children. My schedule is a little bit cram-packed. Let me go ahead and make the necessary adjustments that I can and make sure that I'm going to be able to give my children the time that they need in order to be, fulfilled. Ladies, maturity is the ability to understand that as a woman, a purpose-driven woman, I don't waste my time, energy, resources, love, heart, attention on things that will not benefit me to get the objectives and goals done that I need to execute in my life. This is what maturity is all about. I wanted to get on today and share this with you because there was a time in my life, as I stated, I didn't get all the information that I needed to as a child. So I grew up, bumped my head a lot, made a lot of mistakes, learned from them, and this is a wisdom that I now have that I want to share with you. A mature woman also understands, okay, I made that mistake. That was on me. It happened one time. Now I'm going to take the information that I have and use it, apply it to my life from what I learned from that experience so I don't make the same mistake twice. Ladies, we are all women on a journey to fulfilling a purpose. And it is so imperative and important that we understand that maturity is not about your physicality. It is about being fully developed in your mental. your emotional, and your spiritual to handle the things, problems, circumstances, and situations that might come your way. Ladies, you are a purpose driven woman. In some areas, we might just need to mature. See, TV is going to paint a facade for you. We see the glitz and the glam of TV, but we don't understand behind the scenes because they're not filming 24/7. So we don't understand that there's accountability and responsibility that takes place in their life to be the type of people that they are. So my question today, if you want the business, no problem, all things are possible. If you want the marriage, no problem, all things are possible to him that believes. If you want the children, that's fine. But are you mature enough to handle those things that you desire? And if you're not, it's not a problem. All you have to do is sit down, analyze your life, pray, critique some things, switch some things around to adjust it for the blessing that you want to come into your life. So today I wanted to get on for a few minutes, do a little video for you to understand, help you understand there is purpose in maturity. So I thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to link some information down below in the description box. My name is Patricia Tomlinson. I hope you guys have a good weekend and stay tuned for more videos in regards to the purpose-driven woman. Have a good day, guys.